Hi, welcome. Amanda here. Today I'm going to walk you through the second layout that I did from the Wonderland Scrapbook workshop kit. And I took all the pieces that they gave, but I made my own layouts with them. So this is the second one I did. And I will put a link here for the first one in case you missed that. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. I am a close to my heart maker, and so if there's any of the products that you see that you want, they should be listed in the description of this video, and then you can shop at craftingwithamanda.ctmh.com. Thank you. Let's get started here. First, I wanted to show you kind of where I'm at with the Wonderland workshop, what's left. I found these photos, again, in my old stash where I've sorted all of these old photos that got discovered as we were unpacking boxes or packing boxes for the move. And the colors in them just work so well with the colors in this Candid Moments workshop that it was just a perfect thing for me. And I actually think my third layout is going to be using the other photos that I didn't use in today's layout. And I'm showing you the stickers that are left and all the die cuts that they send in the workshop kits. They send instructions too, which you saw a little bit of, and it'll walk you through the cuts that you need and how to embellish and make the 3 double-page layouts just as they show. And they send all of these pieces to do that, where I'm kind of taking all of those same pieces and making them into something else to kind of give you another option, if you would. So I'm sorting the photos. This is from a church road rally that I put together for the church as a fun social event. And this is the day that everybody got to come and participate and try. And so I'm kind of, there's this whole series of one of the games that they had to play. They started at the church. There was one activity that they had to do the church, like in the middle of the road rally, and then another at the end. They ended up back at the church for a meal afterwards. So this is all kind of different parts of that. So here's some of the photos that I have of the teams, and then I also have photos at the start of the road rally. There was a game that they had to do before they could get their first clue, and then that bottom picture on the left is kind of the end of the road rally, where we're all kind of sharing our war stories of what happened and where they turned wrong and all. So I decided to, like I said, I'm kind of going out on doing my own thing. I love this paper with capri blue and that fades into the yellows. And I thought with the doors of the churches, maybe this papaya paper would work. It's a little too pink, and the doors of the church are a little more burnt orange. So then I went and pulled out Sapphire, which is one of the colors in the Candid Moments paper pack. And so here I'm just going to cut a 12-inch wide strip, and I decided, I was looking at the photos, and these are 4x6 prints, and I decided I could cut them down shorter, but I still wanted to have the full 6 inches wide, just so I didn't cut anybody off or make them kind of too clipped in. So because I did each of them at 3.5, they're not, I didn't want to quite evenly space them. I did want to evenly space them, but I decided to leave a gap between the top photo and the middle photo, because originally I thought maybe I would do a ribbon across there or some sort of embellishment. And spoiler, I don't end up doing that, but I wanted to point that out, because later when I'm putting the photos together for this page, I actually held it up right here against my first photo mat, and then I'll go ahead and attach these using the first one as a guide. And if you saw in the beginning these lacy kind of scallop borders, I thought maybe that would be fun for this layout, but the color just wasn't right, so I moved along with that. But then I'm grabbing this papaya cardstock, and I'm using the light color, not the dark color of the papaya, but the light side of the cardstock, to kind of frame out the sapphire photo mats. With the kit, you get 3 strips that are die cut for journaling, and I knew I was going to need a little bit more, so I measured the strips, and they're about 3/8 of an inch wide. And so I just had scrap paper on my desk, and to make various lengths, you saw I cut from one end and from the other end. And these were stickers that were on the sticker sheet, the hello, and I went ahead and put foam tape in the middle of them so they kind of pop off the page. And then I used an old Cuttlebug cutting plate to put the letters on, and I really like because it's clear. You can kind of lay it over the layout and really see what it's going to look like. And so here for the right page, I'm dry fitting again and kind of just seeing what flowers are going to work. And then I'll realize that I need some more for the left-hand side page. So that's why I'm setting those aside now so that I have a pile for things that I'm going to use on the right-hand page. I'll also have a representation of something similar for the left-hand page. And then these little tags also came in the kit, and I just thought they were adorable. And I wanted to slide them under photos or include them somehow. I wasn't sure what was going to end up on those tags, but I just really liked it. So I'm going to jump back over to the left-hand page again and just again gonna do some dry fitting, see what's on the sticker sheet. I loved this What a Beautiful Day, and off screen you didn't see it. I took the edges of the sticker and used my embossing buddy so that it wasn't sticky. And as you can see here now, I can stick those leaves right under, but the whole middle of that What a Beautiful Day title is stuck down, so it won't go anywhere. Dry fitting, just seeing what flowers from different stickers or from the kit will work. Also trying to remember to get some balance to the page, so I have the one tag from the left and the one tag from that's on the right hand page now. And I have a flower shaping video playlist that I will link here, but I'm going to go through what I do with these stickers and die cuts from the kit to just kind of bring these flowers to life, these images, give them some depth. And I'm crimping them, I'm folding them in half. This is an old tool that Close to My Heart sold, gosh, years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, that I just love. I have two of them. I have one in my travel kit and one in my desktop kit, and I just absolutely love it. But there's other tools that you can use. There's embossing stylus. There's the I've also used the end of my piercing tool, and that flower shaping video that I linked has some of those ideas of things that you probably already have in your studio. One of my favorite shaping for flowers is my score tool because it has just the right shape to do a whole bunch of cool things. So when I do shaped flowers or give some flowers some dimension, I try to use some foam tape so that when they're in the album and kind of on the shelf and pressed down, they still retain some of that shape. They won't be quite as off the page as they are now over time, but because I use foam tape behind them, they will still pop off. So one of the things that for me is a benefit of dry fitting is I do kind of get a feel for, okay, I have something here, I have something in this section. I need to bring another leaf or another flower or another image into this bottom corner, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. And I'm going to attach all this journaling. And it just talks about that at this year's road rally, it started with bouncing golf balls into buckets, and then it ended with a chili supper and a recounting of everybody's adventures. So that's what the journaling kind of goes through. And this happened in October of 2014. So I just thought I'd include the date on the little tag there. Kind of, it's not in your face, but it's definitely a recording of when this took place. And if you haven't followed me long, I don't necessarily scrapbook chronologically, so this will go in my album with the things categorized of the things we do. So jumping over to the right page now, and I don't know if you noticed on the left page I added some sequins. I'm not going to have you sit through me shaping all of the flowers and the stems again, but I brought in that left page because the flowers were kind of up at the top towards the middle, and I realized I wanted the flowers on this right page to then be middle to bottom, again just to kind of give you that flow for design concept. It just keeps your eye moving through your piece, like if you do an artwork piece. So I'm just tying the ribbon on this other little tag. And there's so many different ways to tie ribbons. This particular day, I just decided to tie a knot. It needed a flower on it because I wasn't going to do any journaling on it, but I wanted it to have some oomph. So that's what I did, was add the flower. And here I've shaped all these. I don't know if you can see that they're bent and the flowers have some curve to them. So you can see that I'm just using my tape runner. This was, I love my tape runner. Originally I have a pink one that my mom got me for my birthday one year, and it took me 4 hours at a retreat before I didn't want to throw it in the garbage, and now you can't separate me from my tape runner. That red one is not the one that my mom got me. It's one that I picked up at a garage sale, and because it was different from everybody else's that I scrapped with, I use the red one most of the time. So like I said, I wasn't going to make you watch me shape all these, but I know sometimes people like to see how clusters of embellishments come together and how different people decide to do different things. So I'm just kind of putting those all together. This is the double layout side by side. You can see how the flow with the flowers takes you across. I did add more sequins to that right page. So just to give you a little bit of a close-up here, you can see the sequins, you can see the shapes of the flowers, and it just really came together well with those photos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to join the community. I also have a Facebook group, Crafting with Amanda VIP group, and I will post a link for other videos you may be interested in. Blessings.